Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world.
Hello, friends. So, if you haven't noticed, society seems to be in a tailspin. In so many ways, the quality of life seems to be suffering, and it isn't at all what was predicted. Historically, every generation does better than the previous generation in both quality of life and life satisfaction. That is, except for this generation. This generation seems to have taken a step backwards, perhaps a big step. Our families, our communities are in great crisis. Society has slowly been deteriorating. Our jails are full, our schools are faltering, our families are failing, and our children suffer, so often needlessly, and too often without any awareness, concern, or action by our public leaders. We have a terrible problem in America, but it's not an economic problem. No, America has a quality of life problem, and it's a real crisis for families, for our neighborhoods, and the whole community, and the quality of life will only further decline if we allow it. Now, many know that the decline in the nation's quality of life is because of known risk factors, and among the most powerful of these are risk factors that jeopardize family stability, which doesn't exist in a vacuum, but affects every other aspect and element in society, and especially our children. So, of all the risk factors that affect children in a negative way, here's the greatest of them all, but please understand the gravity of the situation. For generations, social workers, clergy, teachers, and law enforcement have known that orphans, children without parents, fare in a much more negative way than children do from stable, intact families. And, as important, children in fatherless families suffer virtually an equal negative impact. Today in the United States, divorce runs at about 50% of all marriages, and some 30 million children live either absent from their biological fathers or in a home where the father is emotionally absent. And that poses a great hole, a vacuum in the family. You see, where mothers give nurturing, fathers give discipline. Where mothers give comfort, fathers teach how to deal with hardships. Where mothers teach life skills, fathers teach survival skills. You see, it's holistic, and without doubt, children fare better in a healthy, balanced, functional family, a family with two role models. But this is not the exception to the rule as it once was. In the United States, 63% of teen suicides are from fatherless homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from fatherless homes. 75% of teens in drug abuse treatment centers are from fatherless families. 80% of rapists are children that grew up in fatherless homes. 85% of youth in state prisons grew up in fatherless homes. 90% of the homeless and runaway youth are from fatherless homes. And teens without fathers were twice as likely to be involved in early sexual activity and 7 times more likely to get pregnant as an adolescent. They feel rejected by their father, they feel abandonment, and struggle with issues like trust, commitment, and intimacy. And that isn't the end of it. As supported by the data, children from fatherless homes are more likely to be poor, become involved in drug and alcohol abuse, drop out of school, and suffer from health and emotional problems, including depression and suicidal ideation. Boys are more likely to become involved in crime, and girls are more likely to become pregnant as teens. So, what's the answer? The answer is to return to traditional two-parent families. The answer is to return to traditional marriage. The answer is for society to both recognize and support the role of the father as a co-parent. The answer is to encourage fatherhood, encourage marriage, and to encourage mediation and counseling if there are problems, rather than the quick and easy answer of separation and divorce. There used to be a saying in situations of divorce where professionals said, quote, "The kids will be okay. You need your freedom, or you need the divorce for yourself." But history has shown that this isn't the case where children are involved. Too often, The unanticipated and undesired happens, and too often divorce leaves children to the fates. Having children means responsibility, and that's a lot more than simply paying child support. Hey, be safe, be well, and may God bless you and your family.